I have a son who's about 11 years old, but been a runner, I guess, for, I don't know, 12, 13 years, something like that. Been in endurance sports for longer than that. Started racing as a cyclist at age 11. So it's the running part of this whole thing is much probably the easier end of it for me, but definitely looking forward. This will be my first Boston Marathon that I'm doing. So I've done other marathons, but this will be the first one for Boston. And I'm also a licensed massage therapist. Because it's a community-based organization. One of the big things that it's helping kids in the community, especially in lower demographic area. For me, I'm like a firm believer in community-based organizations. I think there's not nearly enough of them, but I think a program like Hoops for Homework is kind of the foundation of those communities because you're helping children, and that builds a foundation for them later on in life. You can have other community-based organizations, but this is fundamentally like the base for helping children throughout their whole life. And I've lived in like lower demographic areas in the past, mainly when I was in Phoenix, and I've had experiences there that I generally don't share with most. But I was even living there, I became a victim of gang violence, and it was young, like teen boys that attacked me. And I feel like programs like this, if they had bombed something like that, they may not have needed to become involved in a gang, because they would have had that sense of community among other people. So I feel like, for me, that's one of the main reasons I picked Hoops for Homework, and why I believe in that kind of community help. And I wish there was more out there. I remember going to the Globetrotters as a child, and I can still remember it, to this day. So I think experiences like that, and that these kids have the opportunity to go to, is really going to help them, just to have a good time, feel better about themselves, and just get to experience other things, even just outside of their bubble within their community.